My girlfriend texted, "I'm pregnant, but it's not yours." I replied, "Congratulations to the father." Then I blocked her number and sent a condolences card to the man she named. She was frantically trying to reach me through friends, claiming she made a mistake. I, 32, male Michael, am still trying to wrap my head around how quickly things can detonate. One minute you're planning a weekend getaway, the next, well, this. It was a Monday morning about 10 a.m. I was in a team meeting, phone on silent when it buzzed. A text from Jessica, 29, my girlfriend of 3 years. We lived together in my house. Talked about rings, the whole 9 yards. Or so I thought. The text, "Michael, I'm pregnant. There's something else. It's not yours. It's Brian's. I'm so sorry. We need to talk." Brian, her work friend she'd been spending a lot of extra hours with lately. I'd had a gnawing feeling. Guess my gut wasn't just being paranoid. My immediate reaction, a weird calm washed over me. The kind you get before the storm hits, or maybe after the bomb has already gone off, and you're just assessing the damage in slow motion. Somewhere deep down, it hurt, but mostly it was like a switch flipped. Strategic mode engaged. I waited until my meeting was over, walked back to my desk, pulled up her contact. My reply, "Congratulations to the father." Then I blocked her number straight up. No discussion, no drama. She wanted to talk. She made her choice. Delivered her news. Conversation over from my end. Next move, Brian. I knew his last name, knew where he worked. Same company as Jessica, different department. A quick search on a popular professional networking site and bam, his profile picture matched the guy I'd seen her laughing with a bit too enthusiastically at the last company picnic. Found his work address. Went to a stationery store at lunch. Picked out a condolences card. Not a baby card, a condolences card. Wrote in it, "To Brian, heard about your new upcoming responsibility. Condolences. Sincerely, Michael." I sent it via same-day courier to his office. Marked urgent. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. She lives in my house. All bills, mortgage, everything in my name. Her name isn't on a single piece of paper related to this property. She moved in about 18 months ago. Most of the furniture is mine, pre-Jessica. I left work a bit early. First step, change the locks on all exterior doors. New deadbolts. The works cost a couple $100. Pocket change for peace of mind. Then I started packing her stuff, clothes, shoes, a frankly alarming amount of makeup, those little trinkets she'd scattered around. I was methodical, boxed it all, neatly labeled, Jessica. Stacked them by the front door. Didn't feel anger, just efficiency. She blew up our life. I was just cleaning up the shrapnel. Now I wait. She'll get home from work around 6 p.m. Her key won't work. She'll call, text. Oh, wait. She can't. Blocked. This is going to be interesting. Update 1. 72 hours later. Well, it's been a ride. Thanks for the comments and DMs, good to know I'm not completely off my rocker for reacting the way I did. The 72 hours later refers to when I'm writing this. The main confrontation happened Monday evening, same day as the text. So, Monday evening around 6:15 p.m. My video doorbell pings. Jessica looking confused, then annoyed, jiggling her key in the lock. She tries her phone, probably realizing she's blocked. Then the banging starts. Michael, open the door. What the hell is going on? My key isn't working. I let her go on for a good 5 minutes. Then I open the door. Just a crack. Chain still on. Jessica, Michael, thank God. My key, it's not your key anymore, Jessica. It's not your house anymore. Jessica, what are you talking about? Don't be like this. I said I was sorry. It was a mistake. A mistake? Getting pregnant by another man is a mistake. Interesting phrasing. Your belongings are packed by the door. I suggest you arrange for someone to pick them up. Her face went pale, then red. The entitlement started to flare. You can't just kick me out. I live here. I have rights. Actually, you don't. Your name isn't on the mortgage, the lease, or any utility bill. You were a guest, and your stay is over. The locks are changed. Then her phone rang. She glanced at it. A new wave of panic. Probably Brian. Good. My card arrived. Jessica, Brian just called me freaking out. What did you do? His colleagues are looking at him weirdly. That courier just dropped something off an hour ago. I just sent my congratulations to the happy father-to-be via courier. Seemed appropriate for an urgent matter. You're an ass, Michael. This isn't fair. I made a mistake, okay? A huge one. I was confused. I still love you. Love? Is that what you call it? Your definition's flexible. You need to arrange to get your things. Send me an email with a time. You'll have a 30-minute window. She started crying then. Real tears or performative? Who knows? Who cares? Jessica, where am I supposed to go? I have nowhere. I believe Brian has some new responsibilities. Perhaps he can assist. Closed the door. The banging continued for a bit. Then she must have given up. The email started an hour later from a new email address. First apologetic, I messed up. I know. I'm so sorry. Can we please talk? Then demanding, you owe me. I decorated that house. I put time into it. She picked out a new shower curtain once and a cup holder. Inspiring. Blocked the new email. Then her best friend Lauren started. Text messages. Lauren, Michael, Jessica is a mess. You can't just throw her out on the street. She's pregnant. Her condition isn't my responsibility, Lauren. She made choices. She made a mistake. She loves you. Brian was a moment of weakness. You guys were so good together. Apparently not good enough. Her things are ready for collection. You're being cruel. She needs your support. She needs to contact the father of her child for support. My involvement is concluded. Blocked Lauren. Now her mom, Diane, has started leaving voicemails on my work phone, which I'm not answering. Just letting them go to voicemail. Michael, this isn't like you. Jessica is heartbroken. She's pregnant, for heaven's sake. You have to show some compassion. She needs her things and a place to stay until she figures things out. You can't be this cold. The entitlement is astounding. They all seem to think I'm just supposed to what? Accept it? Raise another man's child because she made a mistake? The audacity. She emailed me from another new address. Persistent. I'll give her that. Demanding I pay for a hotel for her and give her severance for the emotional labor of our relationship. I swear the internet has rotted some brains. Marked as spam. The boxes are still by the door, waiting. Update 2. 1 week later. This past week has been a masterclass in escalating entitlement and attempted manipulation. Honestly, it's almost impressive if it wasn't so pathetic. So, the boxes. After a barrage of increasingly frantic emails from various new accounts, all now routed directly to spam, Jessica finally designated Lauren to pick them up. Last Wednesday, 2 p.m. I agreed. Lauren arrived looking like she'd sucked on a lemon. No Jessica. Apparently, Jessica was too emotionally distraught to come. Right. Lauren. She expects you to help me load these into my car. She can expect whatever she likes. The agreement was for pickup. They're here. My involvement ends at the threshold. I stood in the doorway, arms crossed. Lauren, you're unbelievable. She's pregnant. You're really going to make her pregnant friend do all this? Her condition and choice of removalist isn't my concern. The boxes are packed. Lauren huffed and puffed, making a big show of how heavy some boxes were. Took her 3 trips. On her way out the last time, she stopped. You know, she really thought you two were forever. Brian was a stupid mistake. She was going to tell you about the pregnancy and try to, I don't know, pass it off. Pass it off as mine? Next level. My voice was flat. Any lingering doubt about doing the right thing just evaporated. Well, yeah. She was scared. She loves you. No, she loves the stability I provided. There's a difference. Goodbye, Lauren. Blocked Lauren's number again after she left, just in case. Then came the financial offensive. Friday, I get a call from my bank's fraud department. Unusual activity on a credit card, a card Jessica was an authorized user on, one I'd completely forgotten about because we never used it. It was for emergencies only. It dawned on me she always kept that particular card in her wallet for a rainy day, which she would have had with her when she left for work Monday. She tried to book a room at a fancy downtown hotel for a week, maxed it out, then tried to buy a $1,500 designer handbag online. The bank declined it and flagged the account. I confirmed the charges were fraudulent, that she was no longer authorized. Card canceled, account locked. Dodged a bullet there. Small detail, but it shows the mindset. She's not just looking for a place to crash. She's trying to maintain a lifestyle. The condolences card aftermath. Heard through the grapevine, a former mutual acquaintance, Chris Morgan, who wisely stays neutral, that Brian is furious, not just at Jessica, but at the public, or at least office-wide, nature of the news. Apparently, he's married. Ouch. Jessica failed to mention that little detail. So, she wasn't just cheating on me. She was also the other woman. The layers, man. The card apparently caused a massive explosion in his life. His wife found out. It's a mess. Not my mess, though. Jessica's mom, Diane, has now escalated to leaving me crying voicemails and sending registered letters to my house demanding I do the right thing and provide financial support for Jessica during her time of need. The letters are full of guilt trips about the years Jessica dedicated to me and how I'm abandoning her and an innocent child. She conveniently ignores whose child it is. I'm collecting these letters unopened for my lawyer if needed. The latest dirty trick. Yesterday, I got a visit from 2 police officers. Jessica had filed a report claiming I'd stolen her property, specifically a high-end laptop and some jewelry she claimed were family heirlooms. I calmly invited them in, showed them the boxes Lauren had picked up, photos I took of them before Lauren arrived, thankfully. Explained the situation. She cheated, got pregnant by another man. I ended the relationship, changed the locks on my house, and packed her belongings. For the laptop, I had the receipt. Purchased 2 years before I even met Jessica, my name, my credit card. As for the jewelry, I told them I packed everything I saw. If there were heirlooms, she should have kept them more secure or taken them when she decided to detonate our lives. The cops were professional but clearly could see this was a messy breakup, not a theft. They took my statement, looked unconvinced by her claims, and left. Pretty sure Jessica was hoping they'd force me to let her back in or give her money to make it go away. This isn't about a simple mistake anymore. This is a calculated campaign of entitlement and attempted extortion, supported by her enablers. They genuinely believe I'm obligated to clean up the mess she made with another man. My resolve is just hardening. This isn't just about the betrayal anymore. It's about refusing to be bullied. Final update, 2 months later. It's been a little over 2 months since D-Day, Detonation Day, as I now call it. The dust has mostly settled, and I figured it was time for a final chapter. The police visit was Jessica's last real attempt to directly pressure me. After the officers left unimpressed, I had my lawyer draft a very firm cease and desist letter. It outlined her accusations, my evidence, receipts, photos of the boxes, timeline of the breakup, and warned that any further harassment, false accusations, or attempts to contact me or damage my reputation would result in immediate legal action for defamation and harassment, including seeking costs. We sent it to Jessica, CC'd to her mother, Diane, and to Lauren for good measure. The direct harassment from Jessica and Lauren stopped almost immediately. Glorious, golden silence from that front. The credit card stunt was a blessing in disguise. It was clear evidence of attempted fraud, which my lawyer also mentioned in the letter as a sign of her character. What happened to Jessica and Brian? From what I've pieced together from a couple of sources, people who know people, you know how it is, it's a dumpster fire. Brian's wife understandably kicked him out. His career is apparently also taking a hit due to the office scandal. Nobody likes that kind of drama. He's apparently blaming Jessica for everything, claiming she misled him, which, to be fair, she probably did, just like she misled me. He's not exactly stepping up to be a doting father-to-be. Surprise, surprise. Last I heard, he's fighting against any financial responsibility, demanding paternity tests, the works. So much for their whirlwind romance. Jessica, according to these whispers, is a wreck. After Lauren couldn't house her long-term, apparently Jessica was a nightmare guest, expecting to be waited on hand and foot while contributing nothing. Color me shocked, Diane realized I wasn't going to cough up any cash. Jessica had to move back in with her parents. She's apparently deeply unhappy, blaming me, blaming Brian, blaming the world for her situation. Zero self-reflection. The entitlement is a permanent fixture. Her mother, Diane, however, tried one last-ditch foolish effort a few weeks ago despite being copied on the cease and desist. She called my office, got past the receptionist by claiming to be from my bank, and then launched into a tearful appeal when I picked up. Michael, she's having a very difficult pregnancy. Brian is being a monster. She's depressed. Don't you have any heart? Just a little something to help her get on her feet, for old time's sake. My reply was short and icy. Diane, your daughter's situation is not my concern. You were copied on a cease and desist letter from my attorney. Any further contact from you by any means will be considered a direct violation and will be met with legal action. Do you understand? There was a choked sound. Then she hung up. That was when the true, complete silence began. The most satisfying part of all this? It wasn't some grand, complex revenge plot. It was simply holding my ground. I acted decisively, logically, and within my rights. She made her bed with another man, and now she's lying in it alone. The natural consequences of her actions were the real justice. She thought she could have her cake and eat it too. She thought I was a doormat, that she could just confess, cry a little, and I'd sigh and accept my fate as the cuckolded provider. She misjudged me badly. The house is quiet now, cleaner. I've slowly started changing things around, making it fully mine again. It felt good to erase the last traces of her. The piece is incredible. I did get one final indirect piece of fun. Chris Morgan, whom Jessica had apparently tried to borrow a significant sum of money from and was swiftly rejected, told me Jessica had been complaining that the condolences card I sent Brian was the final nail in the coffin for any chance of him treating her decently. She said it made him look like a fool and hardened his stance against her. So that little piece of petty, strategic stationery delivered with speed, it wasn't just a jab. It was a precisely aimed dart that helped ensure the responsibility landed squarely where it belonged, with Brian and Jessica. They wanted me to absorb the consequences of their affair. Instead, they're both facing the full, messy reality of their choices. And that, my friends, is the best kind of justice. I'm moving on, a lot wiser and with a much cleaner house.